God commanded the Jewish people to come 3 times a year here to Jerusalem to celebrate the great pilgrim feasts. And He told the people of Israel, when they come to the city of Jerusalem, into the presence of God, not to appear empty-handed. 2,000 years ago, not far from here, we are here at the southern steps of the Temple Mount. Jesus was inside the temple compound and watching people how they were giving towards the ministry of the temple. And I can imagine the scene how the disciples were sitting with Jesus, and one of the disciples made a comment about a particular large contribution, and maybe even Peter replied, he said, well, this man should have given more because he is a very wealthy money changer here in the temple. But then Jesus says, did you watch this apparently insignificant woman? And Judas, who was the treasurer, he said, yes, of course, I watched her. She was giving nothing, just those 2 little copper coins. And Jesus said, this woman gave more than anybody else, because what she was giving was everything that she had. The Bible doesn't tell us, interestingly, what happened to this woman. But we read another story in the Bible from the story of Elijah in 1 Kings 17. There was an equally poor widow which was just preparing literally the very last meal for her family, and Elijah asked her to feed her. As a step of faith, she gave this very last meal to the man of God, and from that moment on, a blessing was released over her life. The flour in her pot and the oil in her jar would never cease flowing from that moment on. God's blessing was resting over her because Jesus was watching her. The heaven was watching her as she was giving everything what she could. And I want to encourage you this year at the Feast of Tabernacles to consider a most generous gift. Whatever you are able to do, I guarantee you God is watching you. Jesus is watching you as you are blessing the people of Israel, as you bless God's work here in the Holy Land. May the Lord bless you richly as you are giving your generous offering at this year's Feast of Tabernacles.